Steel-gray waves roll beneath a brooding sky. The South China Sea stretches to the horizon, its waters glinting with the first rays of dawn. Philippine Navy frigates slice through the surf, their white wakes trailing behind like ribbons. Above, the drone of helicopter blades echoes as aircraft sweep the open expanse, scanning for any sign of intrusion. On the deck, sailors stand at the ready, their eyes fixed on the contested islets and reefs that dot the West Philippine Sea. The air is thick with tension, heavy with the silent question of what might happen next. Every radar sweep, every radio crackle is a reminder that these waters are not just a backdrop, they are a battleground for sovereignty and security. Far off, the silhouettes of foreign vessels loom on the horizon, a constant shadow over these vital sea lanes. The scene is both beautiful and fraught, a living testament to the high stakes and hard choices that define this region today. In this charged atmosphere, the Philippines is making a bold move, rapidly upgrading its military power. This is not just about hardware, but about survival, sovereignty, and a new role on the regional stage. The world is watching as tensions escalate in the Indo-Pacific. The Philippines, once considered a minor military player, is now thrust into the center of a strategic contest. The need to modernize its armed forces has never been more urgent. Several factors drive this urgency. First, the South China Sea has become a flashpoint for regional rivalry, with powerful neighbors asserting their claims. Incidents at sea are increasing, making the risk of confrontation more real with each passing month. The Philippine government recognizes that outdated equipment and limited capabilities are no longer enough. Second, rapid economic growth in Asia has brought new challenges and opportunities. The region's security landscape is shifting, and Manila must keep pace or risk being left behind. The modernization drive is about ensuring that the Philippines can protect its interests and citizens in a changing world. Finally, there is a new sense of resolve in Manila. The government is investing in its military not just as a deterrent, but as a statement of national pride and independence. The stakes are high, and the time to act is now. At the heart of the military upgrade is the West Philippine Sea, a vital part of the broader South China Sea. Here, the Philippines faces ongoing disputes with China over islands, reefs, and fishing grounds. China's sweeping territorial claims, marked by its controversial 9-line, overlap with the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. In recent years, Chinese Coast Guard and maritime militia vessels have increased their presence. Standoffs over Scarborough Shoal and the Spratly Islands have made headlines worldwide. Filipino fishermen report harassment, while Philippine patrols are routinely shadowed by larger, more heavily armed Chinese ships. Experts warn that these disputes could spark wider conflict. The risk of miscalculation is high, says Dr. J. Batong Bakal, director of the UP Institute for Maritime Affairs. Without credible defense, the Philippines' position is vulnerable. Manila's leaders know that only a stronger military can safeguard its territory and people. The government is also mindful of threats from other regional actors, including piracy and terrorism in the southern seas. But it is the shadow of China's growing power that looms largest, shaping every decision about defense and diplomacy. Partnerships are central to the Philippine response. The country's alliance with the United States dates back decades, anchored by the Mutual Defense Treaty of 1951. In recent years, this alliance has gained new relevance. The annual Balikatan joint exercises have expanded, involving more troops, more advanced equipment, and new scenarios that really reflect real-world threats. The United States has also granted Philippine forces access to more military bases under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA. This allows rapid deployment of American assets in case of crisis, and provides critical training and technology transfer. Japan, too, is stepping up. In 2023, the two nations signed a defense cooperation agreement, allowing Japanese troops to join disaster response and humanitarian missions in the Philippines. Tokyo has supplied patrol vessels, surveillance aircraft, and recently signed its first-ever reciprocal access agreement with Manila. These alliances are not just about shared drills, they are lifelines. They bring resources, expertise, and a powerful message. The Philippines is not alone in defending its rights and security. Modernization is more than a slogan, it is a multi-billion peso commitment. The revised Armed Forces of the Philippines Modernization Program, or RAF-PMP, aims to transform the military into a minimum credible defense posture. The government has allocated over 300 billion pesos, or about $5.3 billion for new equipment and training between 2020 and 2026. Key acquisitions include BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles from India, Fa-50 fighter jets from South Korea, and new frigates and offshore patrol vessels from South Korea and Japan. The Philippine Navy received its first modern guided missile frigates, the BRP Jose Rizal and BRP Antonio Luna, in 2020 and 2021. Advanced air defense systems and radar networks are also being installed. The Philippine Army is acquiring new armored vehicles, while the Air Force is upgrading its surveillance and transport fleets. Defense spending reached a record 1.3% of GDP in 2024, with further increases planned. These investments are not just about prestige, they are essential for deterrence, rapid response, and the protection of vital sea lanes and airspace. Analysts agree that the Philippines' military upgrade marks a turning point. The era of neglect is over, says Dr. Chester Cabalza, founder of the International Development and Security Cooperation. Manila is signaling that it will not be passive in the face of external threats. Regional security experts point to the value of alliances, but stress the need for self-reliance. Partnerships with the United States and Japan provide a safety net, notes defense analyst Colin Coe of Singapore's S. Rajaratnam School of International Studies. But ultimately, the Philippines must build its own credible deterrent. Critics caution that modernization faces challenges, including corruption, bureaucracy, and the need for sustained political will. Yet, public support is growing, driven by concern over rising Chinese assertiveness and a renewed sense of national pride. The consensus is clear. The Philippines is no longer content to stand by. It is preparing to defend its sovereignty, whatever the cost. As dawn breaks over the South China Sea, the silhouettes of Philippine warships stand as silent sentinels. The country is charting a new course, one defined by investment, alliances, and a determination to protect its future. Modern equipment and stronger partnerships are reshaping the Philippine military. This transformation is not just about facing down threats, but about claiming a place as a responsible, capable actor in the region. The modernization drive sends a message. The Philippines will defend its territory, uphold international law, and stand with allies for peace and stability. In the years ahead, the challenge will be to sustain this momentum, balancing external partnerships with internal reforms. The stakes remain high, but the resolve is clear. With every patrol, every new ship, and every joint exercise, the Philippines is writing a new chapter in its history, one of resilience, readiness, and renewed strength.